continue subsidies for health insurance.
Doop, 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 doop. Oh, hey, good morning and welcome to the WSJ.
Have a little party over there?
Yeah. Well, I was pushing buttons and they need sound effects.
Yeah,
because they don't make any noise. I make the noise.
Right.
Good morning and welcome to the WSJM morning show for Monday, November 10th. Mike Weibel is here.
And Ken Lumberg is as
and
well.
I am as well.
It's Ken and Fred, so that makes sense.
And I don't know if you notice this, but I'm sporting a brand new shirt.
Oh, yeah. It looks brand new.
That my wife gifted me over the weekend.
Wow.
Just because.
Why?
Just because. Isn't she amazing?
She is.
Yeah.
Or delusional.
So Stephanie, thank you for this fantastic shirt. It's comfy, it's warm, and it's perfect for a day like today.
Okay.
And I notice you have your vest ensemble going on.
Yes.
I like the vest for winter days like this.
It is. It's good. Sometimes the sweater is too much.
Yeah.
My office gets really hot in the afternoon when the sun comes out. So
you made the drive in this morning.
Yeah.
In your vehicle. Did it have to go to 4-wheel drive at all?
Did not.
Everything handled well?
Yep.
Like a fine oiled machine. Everything else was okay?
Right. The worst was getting out of my truck in the parking lot of WSJM Studios.
Ah! Sorry.
A little icy out there.
Was it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
So be careful, employees of Midwest Family.
Okay. So, yeah, and be careful in all parking lots. Did you walk like a penguin?
Yes, I did. Actually.
You did walk like a penguin.
Yes.
Okay. If you don't know this, walk like a penguin when you're on unsure footing because that gives you more stability, I guess. And it works.
Yeah, it does.
It works. So
in Florida, they call that the Stingray Shuffle.
Because they have to use it so often in Florida.
No, and when you get in the water, you shuffle like a penguin.
Yeah.
And it moves the stingrays that are buried in the sand away from you so you don't get stung.
Oh.
If you stand on one, you're going to get whacked. So
that sounds painful.
Stingray Shuffle is a real thing.
We'll go through the school closings here in just a moment. Hopefully you have electricity or a generator so you can keep watching us all hour long. The winds yesterday and the heavy snow resulted in a lot of power outages.
Yeah, limbs down,
stuff like that. So do be careful. Don't go near any power lines. Are a lot of people doing that?
Must be a thing.
Yeah. So don't go near the power lines.
Social media, probably TikTok.
Maybe people are like, oh, I don't want to drive over the power line because it could fry my car, so I'm going to go move it. No, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't touch it.
Well, I'll grab the coated end.
Yeah. No. Report it to police or I&M.
Yeah.
And they'll get it taken care of. Also, be careful of slide offs. I was checking the DOT notices and alerts for since the snow started accumulating on Sunday, and period after period it was slide offs on the exits and the off ramps, on the on ramps and the off ramps of highways,
because people are still going too fast. And something about Michigan, we love our hairpin on and off ramps. We do.
Yeah, so do be careful of those.
Going 75, 80 miles an hour and then going into a 25-mile-an-hour turn.
I will regale you with the story of a Herculean feat I conducted over the weekend.
Wow, that's a great setup.
I worked on the sprinklers.
Did you?
I did. Because we've had a guy to blow out the sprinklers every year.
Right.
Until this year. For health reasons, he decided he's no longer going to do it, and so I turned on the sprinklers just fine.
Okay,
because I mean that's a little bit of a Rubik's cube. I mean, it is a little bit of a Rubik's cube because you want to do it in the right order so you don't backflow and do all kinds of fun stuff. But then the second part of that is in the fall before everything freezes up, you got to blow out the sprinklers.
Correct.
So I'll tell you about how that went. In a few minutes. Good.
Yeah.
If you're interested, if you're not interested, I won't tell you.
I am interested.
Okay.
I want a visual.
Okay.
Right. Exactly.
All right. We'll be back in a moment. It's the WSJM Morning Show.
.com.
With our bad credit,
27cash.com is one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with any type of credit get up to $5,000, and cash can hit our bank account as soon as tomorrow.
When you need extra cash, go to 27cash.com. That's 27cash.com. 27cash.com.
WSJM News now. Team coverage from the WSJM newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
7:05, it's the WSJM Morning Show. I'm Ken Lundberg. Here with me is Mike Weibel. Happy Monday morning to you.
Happy Monday, Ken.
We've got, it's Monday, November 10th.
Yep.
We've got
All
a
day.
winter storm warning in effect until 1 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Yep.
1 o'clock tomorrow morning. A lot of fun snow out there.
You would think it'd be like baseball, where they'd be like a winter storm warning until 106.
106 Eastern. No, it's 1 o'clock this morning. We've got the snow warning, winter storm warning, and we've got 24 degrees currently in Benton Harbor, 27 degrees in St. Joseph, 25 degrees in South Haven, 23 in Dowagiac. It's 19 degrees now in Niles.
Ooh, it got colder.
It got colder. It dropped a degree. The kids in Niles don't have school. Let's run through the school closures really quick, and then we'll run through the weather forecast. Closed today: Berrien County RESA, Berrien Springs Public Schools, Buchanan Community Schools, Eau Claire Public Schools, Lighthouse Center Education Program. These are all closed. Niles Community Schools closed today. River Valley School District closed. And then operating on a 2-hour delay, the officials put a 2-hour delay in for Bridgman this morning. Now, the weather forecast does call for partly cloudy skies today, a 60% chance of lake effect snow. An additional 1 to 2 inches is possible today, according to forecasters. The high is going to be around 33 degrees. So we're getting right up to that slushy weather condition. The winds out of the north to northwest, 10 to 15 miles per hour, still gusting to 30 miles per hour today. So it's a repeat kind of yesterday. Tonight's forecast, mostly cloudy, a 40% chance of lake effect snow, an additional 1 to 3 inches if you're in that band of lake effect snow is expected tonight. The winds out of the north, 5 to 10 miles per hour, calming a little bit. The low overnight's going to be around 24. So we're setting up for the right conditions again for some more lake effect snow.
Here we go.
This afternoon and into this evening. Now, tomorrow's forecast is Tuesday. We're looking at mostly cloudy, a 30% chance of snow, a high around 37 degrees, but the winds gusting out of the southwest to 30 miles per hour. So there is a 30% chance of snow tomorrow, but that diminishes completely by Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, because we see warmer temperatures for that whole period. Wednesday, a high of 44. Thursday, a high of 47. I don't see any precipitation in the forecast for Wednesday or Thursday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we do have a chance of rain showers, but the high is going to be, it is going to be rain, because the high on Friday, 50, high on Saturday and Sunday, supposed to get up to 58 degrees.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, and I do that because we need a silver lining on the clouds.
Yes.
So it's going to get warmer. There you go. That's your silver lining. Let's see. What else do we have? We have some power outages to talk about. Indiana, Michigan power crews are out working to restore electricity following yesterday's storms. Officials say the heavy, wet snow is accumulating on trees, causing branches to fall onto roadways or onto power lines. Also, the frequency of vehicles sliding off the road into power poles, causing outages, has been a problem. So as of 6:15 this morning, the utility had 9,462 Michigan and Indiana customers without service. In Berrien County, about 3,600, little under 3,600 of customers without power. Cass County, a little under 400 customers, and in Van Buren County, 138 customers remain without service. Again, please use caution. If you see a downed wire, don't approach it. Immediately call your local police department or INM to report that hazard. Okay?
Yep.
All right. I think we covered that.
I think so.
Okay. Other news. Bridgman officials are celebrating the completion of restroom renovations at the Waco Beach Campground. Parks Director Sarah Ball says the city received a $150,000 Michigan Recreation Passport grant for that project.
We have 2 bathhouses in our campground, and one of them was due for renovation. So essentially, we kept the existing structure because it was in good standard, and then we just kind of gutted the inside, revamped it, remodeled it, but it wasn't a part of the grant. We also got rid of our septic system and connected to the sewer. So that was also an upgrade, and it was fantastic.
Paul says the updated restrooms will enhance the experience for all using those restrooms, including campers.
Part of the grant requirement was automatic toilet toilets and sinks, which also will help us be like sustainable in our water usage. So that's kind of a perk. And then we incorporated 2 family restrooms.
She says the improvements reflect a rise in family camping and include baby changing stations and added privacy. BG Construction and Abbott Marsh worked with the city on that project.
There you go.
Nothing like well-oiled restrooms.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
Keeps things moving.
You ever have a job where you had to clean restrooms?
I have not.
Oh, it's not fun. I've
No.
had that. In fact, I had back when I was just coming out of high school, had to clean camping restrooms.
Ooh,
Those are the worst.
I can imagine.
We used a hose. Big old hose. Just got rid of it. Okay.
Yeah, no. I used to say
You're
years ago.
stunned. You're stunned into silence.
No, I used to say years ago because, like in malls and stuff like that, you'd have these bathrooms that got a lot of traffic.
Oh yeah.
And I said somebody should just tile the whole thing and then
Yeah.
put a pressure washer on the wall
Oh yeah.
and just
That's what we did.
yeah.
That's what we had is a cinder blocks and a high pressure hose.
There you go.
Whether people were in there or still or not.
That's right. 3-second warning.
Other news, the Bridgman Public Schools Board of Education has selected 2 finalists to interview for the superintendent position. Current superintendent Shane Peters will retire next June after 16 years with the district. The board received 8 applications. They invited 2 candidates to move forward. Dr. Sarita Stevens, deputy superintendent for the South Bend Community School Corporation, and Thomas Reed, principal of Otsego High School. Stevens will interview on November 19th at 5 p.m., followed by Reed at 6:30 p.m. that same night. Both sessions will be held at the Bridgman High School, and they're both open to the public. So if you want to sit in on that interview and how the candidates respond to the questions, you're free to. Board President Eric Ramso says the board looks forward to learning more about each candidate's qualifications and what they might offer the district and the community. Other news, Caring Connection in Benton Harbor has opened a new trauma-informed interview room at its Empowerment Center, the county's only domestic abuse shelter. CEO Robin McGinnis says support from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services made the new space possible. They say it'll be used for interviews with survivors of traumatic experiences.
It's a room where people can feel calm, safe, and get the support that they need to talk about the sexual assault. So again, we're looking at people being traumatized by whether it's a rape, incest, whatever the assault is, and they can come 24 hours a day. They just need to let us know, and we will have the support and services that they need.
The room is designed to be quiet, calming, and comfortable with colors and items in it to reduce anxiety. McGinnis says that stands in contrast to some police stations or hospital rooms where the survivors are typically questioned.
When the Empowerment Center gets a call from Corewell Health, because they have forensic nurses, and they ask us to come and meet the victim in the emergency room, it can be incredibly overwhelming. It can be frightening.
Caring Connection will work with police and healthcare providers to make the space available. It can also be used for virtual court hearings, giving survivors a private and secure location to participate. The Empowerment Center will coordinate scheduling with police, forensic nurses, and Berrien County courts. That's a look at some of the local news that we have in the WSJM newsroom. We have more to talk about. We'll talk about what I did with the sprinklers this weekend.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
I know you are. And we'll talk about other things happening in Washington, D.C. We need to talk more about the 50-year mortgage idea. 50-year mortgage.
No.
Shaking our heads on this one.
Right.
7:13. It's the WSJM Morning Show. Right now, sports.
Sports on the Michigan News.
Yeah, nothing more frustrating than going through the home buying process, especially these days when, and I feel like we are at the cusp of getting things back under control. Then all of a sudden, this thing the real estate folks came up with called bidding wars.
Yes.
You want that house? Well, how bad do you want that house?
Right.
Because Joe and Jane over there, they want that house too. Each of you are going to give us sealed bids to tell us how much you're willing to pay, how much you really want this dream house.
And then
we'll
tell you who won.
And then you lose. Well, or they'll come back and say, you didn't make the top bid, but they're doing a second round.
Right. And you made the cut.
Some more. Make some more. Make it possible. Well, if and a lot of times you had to go nowadays, you have to get pre-approved by your bank. How much can this person spend?
Afford.
And now, I mean, I don't even know because I thought people were going away from the 30-year mortgage. I thought, okay, 10-year, 15-year, 30-year is great.
Right.
because you
in light of the 50.
well, yeah, compared to the 50. But I mean, 50-year mortgage. Your initial reaction, Mike Weibel?
Bad idea.
Why?
Just because of, well, I think there's several things actually, but just to get your payment down and it's stretching it out further, you're probably going to buy a house you can't afford, or shouldn't be able to afford.
Well, give the example of the $420,000 house.
Yeah. So the point is if you take a 30-year mortgage of a $420,000 house, and what would that reduce your payment? It basically reduced your payment by $290 a month, which is not nothing.
Yeah.
But it also increased the interest that you would pay over time by $470,000 on a $420,000 loan. That's a lot of pesos.
Yeah. That's incredible.
Right.
That's incredible.
So you think about maybe getting a lower payment, and I'm sure they would have incentives they throw along with it. But it's just again, I think it would cause homeowner pricing of homes to stay inflated because people will, again, be like buying a car. It's not about how much you're paying for the car. It's about your monthly payment.
Yeah.
That's where it's become. And so the same thing would be with your house. Well, you can afford this because we can go out 50 years on your mortgage. Well, if I'm buying my first house in my 30s, that means I'm going to pay it off when I'm 80.
Yeah.
And their thing is, well, you're not going to live there that long. You'll sell it to somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then your equity, you're going to spend all this time paying on this mortgage. And when you go to sell it 10 years from now or 5 years from now, there'll still be no equity in the house because you've been paying interest.
And add to that, there's sometimes method behind the madness of a mortgage. If you're thinking 30-year mortgage, and if you're in your 20s,
right,
you're entering and you're continuing to escalate your earning power.
Yes,
and then there's a peak, and your earning power starts to level off,
right,
or in some cases diminish,
right.
Over a 50-year period, if you get into a house, let's say in your 30s, you're in big trouble, especially if there are terms in your loan that say balloon payment. Holy mackerel.
Right. And then I could see also, they'll throw in homeowners insurance. So like life insurance against your loan.
Oh, yeah.
And the $290 you just saved just went back into paying for insurance.
Right. Yeah.
So that if you die, somebody else will get the house for free.
And the other part is, wouldn't it be nice if there were reality injected into the market, the housing market?
Yeah.
So that people could actually move around if they wanted to.
Right.
Because I mean, there are a lot of people out there who are in their homes who have looked at the numbers just briefly and said, can't afford the next house.
Right.
We'll get a bundle for this one, but that's nothing compared to what we're going to have to pay for the next one.
Of a house.
Yeah. For more money.
Right.
Crazy. Who did this?
Right. So hopefully
I blame COVID.
Yeah, certainly that
right.
goofed everything up. But hopefully interest rates will go down and give people a little bit more breathing room on their payments.
Yeah. Which we hope they will. And we'll start getting economic numbers soon, too.
Yeah.
If the government reopens. We'll talk about that in a moment here on WSJM.
Partly cloudy skies with lake effect snow showers today. About an inch during the day today with a high of 33. Wind chills will be teens and 20s. Overnight tonight, an additional 1 to 3 inches just in the lake effect snow band that develops will drop down to 24. And then tomorrow the snow will taper off. We'll see a high of 37. We're back into the 40s and melting that snow on Wednesday. I'm Chief Meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
The Morning Show with Ken and Friends on 94.9 WSJM.
7:18, it's the WSJM Morning Show for Monday, November 10th, 2025. Happens to be one of my son's birthdays today.
Really?
Yeah, Sawyer.
Happy birthday, Sawyer.
Yeah, happy birthday, Sawyer. He never listens to the show.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, forget
Stuart
that.
listens to the show. Stuart watches the show.
Stuart, tell your brother happy birthday.
So, Stuart, remember to wish your brother a happy birthday.
And tell him we would have wished it had he gone into the live stream.
So I'm proud of all my sons, Stuart, Sawyer, and Samuel. Sawyer this weekend had one of his first official paying DJ gigs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he said it went fantastic.
Awesome.
Yeah, and he and I were talking through it last week because I'm going to help him a lot on DJ stuff, right?
Of course.
Well, on the technical stuff. I got to explain to him.
Use the mix master.
No, I was not, but I did get to explain to him the difference between an RCA plug and an XLR. So,
there you go.
Yeah, so
there you go.
It's like, okay, you got the music, but are you going to be able to hook into their mixer board? We digress.
We did.
We do.
We're back now.
Yeah, we're back now. Good morning. I'm Ken Lundberg. Mike Weibel is here with me. It's Monday, November 10th. It's a snowy start to your week.
Ooh, yeah.
And we've already gone through some of the school closures and delays. If you need to check the latest or put in your latest closure update, make sure you go to WSJM.com, look under closings, and you can see the information there. Gambling back in the news.
Yeah.
Remember the NBA had it near their tip-off?
Uh-huh.
Well, now that the boys of summer are done with their baseball, two Major League Baseball players, bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you. That's a cough switch, not a sneeze switch.
Well, it's the best I could do.
Okay, fine. Two MLB pitchers allegedly conspired with sports bettors to rig pitches that they threw so the bettors would profit from illegal wagers.
Wow.
Yeah. Federal prosecutors in Brooklyn and the FBI announcing in an indictment issued yesterday. Cleveland Guardians player Luis Ortiz arrested yesterday at Logan Airport in Boston. Emmanuel Clase, also of the Guardians, not yet in custody as of yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, I'm sure he's not sticking around.
No. According to the indictment, the pitchers started conspiring with sports bettors in 2023 on specific pitches they would throw during MLB games.
Wow.
This is fascinating stuff. You're not supposed to do that. The bettors then use that information to place prop bets worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, according to the indictment. The bettors wagered on the speed of the pitches, the type of the pitches based on information they knew in advance by coordinating with Class A. That's how you say it, right, Class A?
I believe so.
I think so. Sometimes even during MLB games, during the games,
Wow.
they were talking. Yeah, what do you want me to throw next? What do you want me to throw next? Class A often threw these allegedly rigged pitches on the first pitch of an at bat. According to investigators, to ensure certain pitches were called as balls, Class A threw many of them in the dirt, well outside the strike zone. So you ever see the pitch and you think, what the heck is he thinking here?
Right.
Get it under control, man.
Right.
Well, he did have it under control.
He was cashing in.
Yeah, something was happening. The indictment includes numerous examples of pitches that were rigged, including one in a game against the New York Mets. In total, by rigging pitches, they caused co-conspirator bettors to win at least $400,000 in fraudulent wagers.
Wow.
Yeah, Ortiz allegedly joined the scheme this year. So Class A had been doing it old hat, right? He had been doing it since 2023. Ortiz joined this year, lucky him, and allegedly agreed in advance to throw balls instead of strikes on pitches in 2 games in exchange for bribes and kickbacks. Before an MLB game on June 15th, Ortiz agreed with his co-conspirators to throw a ball on a particular pitch. The bettors agreed to pay Ortiz a $5,000 bribe for throwing the rigged pitch, and Class A $5,000 bribe for arranging that pitch. Okay, $5,000
is chump change compared to their contract.
Can we look at their contract? See what Luis Ortiz, see what his most recent contract was. Good luck finding it with all the news around this. But you know, $5,000 to throw away basically your career, your reputation, your standing among your peers, everything, and the bettors. You know, they'll be standing by him during the trial, right?
Right. Oh,
no,
right.
No, they will not.
So his salary, Ortiz's salary, is $782,000 a year.
Well, no wonder he was going out and getting extra scratch.
Right. Yeah. And $5,000, you know,
yeah, $5,000 against that.
Right.
That's incredible. Through this scheme, the defendants defrauded betting platforms, deprived Major League Baseball and the Cleveland Guardians of their honest services, illegally enriched themselves and their co-conspirators, misled the public, and betrayed America's pastime. That's what the indictment said.
Well, you can understand because they're only making $65,000 a month.
Only $65,000 a month.
Yeah.
I mean,
how do you live on that?
Well, I mean, that barely pays for the 5 houses,
right,
and the 20 cars you got.
The Lambos.
Yeah, the Cleveland Guardians said, well, let's see. First off, Major League Baseball issued a statement yesterday saying, we're aware of the indictment and today's arrest. Our investigation is ongoing. MLB contacted federal law enforcement at the outset of its investigation and has fully cooperated throughout the process.
Wow.
The Cleveland Guardian said in a separate statement yesterday that the team is aware of the recent law enforcement action and that they will continue to fully cooperate with both law enforcement and Major League Baseball as their investigations continue. The criminal investigations began after betting platforms noticed unusual activity during certain games or moments and or after referrals from various professional sports leagues, according to anonymous sources. Yeah. So unusual betting happening, and then somebody probably winked them out as well. So
Right. Interesting.
do what you do. Staying in sports for a couple of minutes,
Let's do it.
because we knew a lot about foosball and that kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
This is a name I recognize, Lenny Wilkens, 3-time inductee into the Basketball Hall of Fame, who's enshrined as both a player and a coach. Unfortunately, has passed away. His family said on Sunday he was 88.
Oh, wow.
Lenny Wilkens, the family of Wilkens said he was surrounded by loved ones when he died. They did not immediately release a cause of death. He was one of the finest point guards of his era, who later brought his calm and savvy style to the sidelines, first as a player coach, then evolving into one of the game's greatest coaches. He coached 2,487 games in the NBA, which is still a record. He became a Hall of Famer as a player, as a coach, and again as part of the 1992 U.S. Olympic team. Wilkens coached the Americans to gold at the Atlanta Games as well in 1996. He was a 9-time All-Star as a player, was the first person to reach 1,000 wins as an NBA coach, and was the second person inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame as a player and a coach. He coached none other than the Seattle Supersonics to an NBA title back in 1979, and remained iconic in that city for the rest of his life. So Lenny Wilkens, rest in peace. Paul Tagliabue also passed away. Do you remember Paul Tagliabue? He helped bring labor, peace, and riches to the NFL during his 17 years as commissioner, but was criticized for not taking stronger action on concussions. He died Sunday from heart failure. He was 84.
Wow.
Yeah. So let's see. Tagliabue also had Parkinson's disease. He was commissioner after Pete Rozelle from 1989 to 2006. He was elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame as part of the special centennial class in 2020. Roger Goodell succeeded Tagliabue. Roger Goodell, currently the commissioner. Let's see. There was a piece in here I wanted to highlight. Oh, yeah. In one of his... he had his detractors, notably over the concussions. The issue has been an issue for the NFL for decades. In 2017, Tagliabue apologized for remarks he made decades ago about concussions in football, acknowledging he didn't have the proper data at the time in 1994. He called concussions one of those pack journalism issues and contended the number of concussions is relatively small. The problem is a journalist issue. So now, then afterwards, he said he regretted those remarks. He said, obviously, I do regret those remarks. Looking back, it was not sensible language to use to express my thoughts at the time. My language is intemperate and it led to a serious misunderstanding. My intention was to make a point, which could have been made fairly simply, that there was a need for better data.
Yes.
So instead of
That would have
blaming
been
the
better.
journalists,
Right.
he could have waited for the better data that said, yeah, indeed, concussions are an issue and we probably need to do something different here. Anyway, he said there was a need for more reliable information about concussions and uniformity in terms of how they were being defined in most terms of severity. Okay?
Yep.
All right. Let's see. What else do we want to cover this morning? Oh, the 50-year mortgage thing. So we were talking about this a little bit. Federal Housing Finance Agency Director Bill Pulte on Saturday saying the Trump administration is working on a plan to introduce 50-year mortgage terms for home buyers. Mike and I were talking about this a few moments ago, and the numbers are just astounding as to what it would do. Because you think about a 30-year mortgage, you're paying a whole lot of interest for what, 2/3, 3/4,
Right. Yeah.
4/5, something like that of your loan. Think about how much interest you're paying on a 50-year mortgage. But the FHFA says they're working on it anyway. Thanks to President Trump, we are indeed working on the 50-year mortgage, a complete game changer. That's what Pulte wrote on social media. Even from Marjorie Taylor Greene, one of the Republican firebrands in the House of Representatives, immediately reacting, saying, no, we oppose these. This is not going to help people at all. It's just going to inflate the housing economy.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. So, okay, we've got more to talk about. It's the WSJM Morning Show. You good over there?
I'm good. You know what the anniversary is today?
Oh, let's talk about that. We got a couple of minutes. So it's a 50. Not only is it Sawyer's birthday today,
Yeah.
but also it is the 50-year anniversary. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Of the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Ah,
Yeah.
50 years.
50 years. So the summer before that November, when the Edmund Fitzgerald went down, I was up in the Upper Peninsula with my grandparents and saw the Edmund Fitzgerald go through the locks.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Wow. So you're standing there at the Sioux Locks?
Yeah, Sioux Locks.
Okay.
And watching that thing come through, and it was huge. I
Mm.
mean, because it was up until I think they said 7 or maybe it was the 80s, it was the largest ship on the Great Lakes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was huge. So 75, November 10th, after 7 p.m. is when it went down in the Canadian side of Lake Superior. And in 1976 is when Gordon Lightfoot wrote his song.
You and I were talking about that this morning. So, I mean, typically you think about musicians and
Yeah.
songs talking about shipwrecks. I mean, it was a year
Yeah.
after the sinking of the Edmund Fitzgerald that Gordon Lightfoot came out with that song. That's
Yeah.
quick turnaround.
It is. So you think back in the 70s, you could still profit on disaster in pop media.
Oh, jeez.
Because, you're not going to have a song come out and talk about Benghazi or anything like that. I mean, it's not going to sell.
Yeah.
But back then,
you
Get You Goomy, start playing that
Oh.
old kind of.
oh boy. All right.
Probably he's again, because it's the anniversary, he's probably going to get some
Royalty
royalty
checks.
checks coming next
Yeah.
month.
I
Just
mean,
in time for the holidays.
And to me, again, 50 years seems like not very long ago
Right.
that the Edmund Fitzgerald sank. And again, that song from Gordon Lightfoot seems to have been around forever. And indeed it was just 1 year after the sinking.
It does.
Huh.
It does. The last thing the captain said, talking to another ship, is we are holding our own before it sunk.
Yeah. Okay. Well, rest in peace those who died aboard that as
29
well.
sailors
Yeah.
passed away on the Big Fitz, they called it.
Yeah. 7:31 WSJM morning show continues. We'll stay on the video live stream, talk some more about that and other things. We've got our Bloomberg Market Minute coming up after these important messages.
What would you call
The Edmund Fitzgerald. Now, you wanted to sing it, the sinking from Gordon Lightfoot. Go ahead.
No, I didn't want to sing it.
3, 2, 1, go. Very good. That was a
Very good.
great rendition right
Thank
there.
you.
Good morning and welcome to the WSJM Morning Show video live stream. We've got a lot of comments.
Do you know
To catch
why
up
the
on.
ship was named after Edmund Fitzgerald?
I do not.
Edmund Fitzgerald was the new board chairman of Northwestern Mutual Insurance Company, who owned the ship.
Oh, I own the ship. I'm naming it after me.
Exactly.
It's going to be named after me. Okay.
So yeah,
Well, that's
just a sad day though. And like they say, Lake Superior never gives up its dead.
yeah.
So the sailors weren't recovered,
Yeah.
and it's actually illegal to dive on the shipwreck site.
Oh, yeah.
It's in 530 feet of water, I think.
Whew.
They said it hit the bottom of it, sank at 30 miles an hour.
Oh my gosh.
So it
went
literally
quick.
sunk like a rock. Yeah,
Yeah. And it was loaded.
yeah, loaded with pellets, tenonite pellets.
Is that like steel ore type stuff?
Yeah,
Okay.
heading toward Detroit.
Okay. We'll have an update on school closures here in just a couple of moments, but catching up on the video live stream. There it is.
Do.
Bill says, welcome to snow. Yay! Welcome to snow. Good morning, everyone. Be safe today from Diane. Mike says, happy snowy Monday.
Woohoo!
Let's see. Mike asks, Diane asked Mike if is it spring yet? Is it spring yet?
Not yet, but it will be on Tuesday
Why on Tuesday?
because the temperatures come back.
Oh, yeah.
Then it'll be over.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
And then it comes back again.
Yes, very true. Oh, Evan. Bill says heavy snow killed my canopy I use for racing. Oh no!
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Bill. Just the canopy that you stand under, like 4 poles and a covering.
Yeah.
Hopefully not as a race trailer or anything like
And then
that.
Diane said Lim took down her cable.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I am still angry at the AT&T people for leaving dangling cable lines behind my house.
Yeah.
I can't remember if you. I don't know if you remember,
Okay.
but the AT&T guys were doing cable installations. They were really putting the hard sell on the whole neighborhood, trying to
Right.
get the oust the current provider. And so they were offering this special deal, and a few of my neighbors took them up on it. And so what AT&T would do is go to the back of the house, cut the old cable, put in the new cable, and leave the cable lines dangling.
Nice.
And Stephanie won't let me pull it down because she's afraid it's electrified.
Sure.
I probably can pull it down, and I don't know, maybe she wouldn't notice. But
well, she would notice if you're laying in the backyard on your back, smoldering.
Yeah, that's the part. But there are 2 or 3 different cable lines in my alley alone.
Yeah.
And I stopped the AT&T guys twice when I saw them in my neighborhood and said, "Hey, good to see you. Thanks for doing what you do. You left a couple of cables." "Oh yeah, we'll get to them."
Right.
They're still there. They're going to cause an issue because they're going to ice up,
Mm-hmm.
and then they're going to pull everything down.
So when I built my house in St. Joe Township, I had a light pole that was hanging at a 35-degree slant over the road with a light on it.
Wow.
And then it also had...
That's severe.
Yeah, it had lines on it.
Yeah.
So again, the pole originally said Indiana Michigan Power. Well, I called them. Well, they didn't power that line on that pole. So that pole is no longer theirs.
Oh.
It was somebody else's. So I had to go through several different organizations and companies to decide who owned the pole that was rotted at the bottom. I mean, there was a big chunk of it taken out. And so I finally found out that it was AT&T owned the pole.
Yeah.
And then called them, and they were like, oh, well, that's municipality's responsibility. So then I sent a email to AT&T and everybody involved and just said, "Hey, here's a picture of the pole rotted, hanging over the road on Brown School where kids go to school.
Yeah.
And if this falls over and somebody's hurt, let you know I made you aware of it on this date.
Nice.
And you decided to do nothing."
Nice.
2 days later, they were there and they replaced the pole.
Really? Who replaced it? Do you know who replaced it?
AT&T.
Oh, okay. All right. So I can take a picture of mine and say, "Hey, Mike said."
Right. "Hey, you remember the heat Weibel brought? Yeah, well, it's coming your way.
There's a family of squirrels here."
Right.
If icicles fall off that thing, it could take out a bunny rabbit.
Right.
Don't say you weren't warned.
Right. Rabbit killer.
By the way, I'm looking at one of the video. Yeah, it's already gone. I was looking at one of the video things, and there was a big truck going by.
Yeah.
And I could see like a blizzard of snow blowing off its back end. And that it's not snowing right now in our area. So this is a friendly reminder to people. Please wipe off the top of your rig before you go and drive around.
Yeah, I didn't do that this morning.
And, well, you didn't have any cars behind you.
No.
Oh, we got to get back on the air. Hang on.
Levels. I'm John Tucker, Bloomberg Radio.
The Morning Show with Ken and Friends on 94.9 WSJM.
737 WSJM Morning Show continues. I'm Ken Lundberg. Mike Weibel is here with me. Hey, Mike.
Hey, Ken.
Did you have a good weekend?
Yeah,
It's Ken. Ken is the name.
What did I say?
You said, "Hey, Ken."
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I could have said Kenneth, but
No, you can say that. That's fine. That's fine. I would just feel like I was in trouble or something like that. But good morning and welcome to the WSJM Morning Show. I'm Ken Lundberg. Mike Weibel is here with me. We've got school closings. Let me hit refresh so we have the latest updates. A number of schools in our area closed because of the winter weather and the slushy or snowy roads. Andrews Academy closed today in Berrien Springs. Berrien County RESA closed. Berrien Springs public schools are closed today. Brandywine community schools are closed. Still seeing Bridgman operating on a 2-hour delay today. So sorry, kids. Buchanan community schools closed. Eau Claire public schools are closed today. The Lighthouse Center education program is closed. New Buffalo area schools are closed. New Buffalo Township Public Library is closed today. Niles Community Schools are closed. River School number 5 closed. That's out in Sodus. And River Valley School District in Three Oaks closed as well. If you have a closure or a delay to put in for your school, make sure you put it in there at WSJM.com. And we'll make sure that we get the word out to folks who are interested. It's 7:39. It's the WSJM Morning Show. More news coming up. Right now, we've got the latest world and national news from ABC.
A
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. The Senate voting on a procedural measure that would eventually reopen the federal government. 8 moderate Democrats agreeing to end the filibuster, providing the 60 votes needed. They did not get the government subsidies to help pay for health care premiums they had said was their top demand. Virginia Senator Tim Kaine on their reasoning.
We were in a situation where SNAP recipients were suffering, and there was no guarantee we would ever get to an ACA solution. Now we've got robust SNAP funding and a guaranteed vote, not a guaranteed outcome, but a guaranteed vote on ACA tax credits.
It was a painful weekend for airline travelers as the government shutdown leads to thousands of flight cancellations. A winter storm spreading across the Great Lakes, along with frigidly cold temperatures, could make travel even more difficult today. A baby formula recall. Preliminary tests find a germ that causes botulism in the ByHeart formula. 13 infants in 10 states have gotten sick. This is ABC News.
WSJM News Now. Team coverage from the WSJM Newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
7:40 is the WSJM Morning Show. Some of the news stories we have coming up just after 8 o'clock. Indiana, Michigan power crews working to restore electricity following yesterday's storms. Officials say the heavy, wet snow accumulated on trees, especially those with leaves still attached, and it caused branches to fall into roadways or onto power lines. Still a few thousand customers without power, including in Berrien, Cass, and Van Buren County. We'll talk about that coming up just after 8 o'clock, get you the latest numbers. Also, the Berrien County Board of Commissioners working to take up a resolution this week to state their support for a move to protect homeowners who are facing mortgage foreclosure. Make sure they get the proceeds that they are entitled to, and also that they're not made to move out of their house before the foreclosure process is done. We'll talk about those stories and more. It's coming up just after 8 o'clock here on WSJM. Quick check of the weather forecast. We are under a winter storm warning. That's in effect until 1 a.m. Tuesday, so just after midnight tonight for Berrien County. It also includes some counties south of us in Indiana. Today's forecast does call for partly cloudy skies, a 60% chance of the lake effect snow returning, giving us an additional 1 or 2 inches today.
Yep.
The high today is supposed to be around 33 degrees. Currently, we have 24 in Benton Harbor, 27 in St. Joseph. The wind is going to continue out of the north-northwest, gusting up to 30 miles per hour. Tonight's forecast, mostly cloudy. Another chance of lake effect snow, about a 40% chance of additional 1 to 3 inches in the band of snow wherever it decides to come on shore. Low overnight around 24 degrees, so ripe conditions for some freezing as well. So be careful out there. Tuesday's forecast, mostly cloudy, a 30% chance of snow tomorrow, a high around 37. And then Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to get above freezing and stay there. The temperature is probably going to be on Wednesday a high of 44, the low right around 32 degrees. Thursday a high of 47 and a low of 33. By the time we hit the weekend, it's going to be around 58 degrees. 7:42 is the time. We've got sports coming up in just a moment. First off, a look at state news.
The Michigan.
Okay, I corrected your typo
Okay. Well, thanks for that.
on your on. I know you were in a hurry.
Yeah.
Evan's out there, and he says, be careful. Thank you, Evan. Evan lives in the Inland Empire.
The Inland Empire.
The Inland Empire. Do you know where the Inland Empire is?
No.
Spokane, Washington.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the Inland Empire.
Oh, this is your buddy, right?
Yeah, it's my buddy from high school,
Gotcha.
Evan. Good to see you, Evan.
Be good if Evan would share some good stories on Facebook Live.
Baseball stories, Evan. Don't tell my baseball stories. Wink, wink. Let's see. Teresa's out there. So sometimes, Mike, you post as Mike Weibel. Other times you post as Sanders, McKee, Weibel, Norton Group.
Yeah.
What's the...
Well, I have 2 different profiles on Facebook. One is the office and one is my own. And depending on what I am looking at prior to making a comment, sometimes it shows up as one or the other.
I see. You ever get that mixed up and post the wrong thing under your work group?
No.
That's good.
All right.
Be careful.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I have access to WSJMs as well.
Right.
And my own. And I don't post all that much on my personal. But it does keep me up at night sometimes thinking about, oh no, I accidentally posted I haven't talked about the sprinklers yet.
Oh yeah.
Evan will appreciate this story. Okay. So I told you about, we had a guy who was doing the sprinklers, come every season, turn them on in the spring, turn them off in the winter, blow them out.
Right.
and about $100 every time.
Okay.
Because we have we only have 2 zones in our yard. So it's about $50 a zone.
Right.
Right. And so I'm a DIY guy.
Right.
I love being able to do stuff. Sure, I'm happy to pay people to do stuff.
Yeah.
But our guy, for health reasons, had to stop coming.
Okay.
And so that left us in a little bit of a predicament last spring.
Right.
Spring into summer. So I said, oh, why don't I just look on YouTube and figure out the mystery of turning the water on for my sprinklers?
Right.
And thunk, 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 splash in the face. Done. Good.
Yeah.
It worked. And then I was thinking all season long, gonna have to find a new guy. I even asked Mike for his guy, which you gave me.
Right.
I didn't call him.
No.
Because I thought I can probably look on YouTube and see. Well, time got by me and I thought, okay, now it's going to freeze this weekend.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a deep enough freeze, but I at least want to
get
ready for everything in case, blah, blah, blah. And so I went on YouTube and I used AI because I had my little Google app out. I took a picture of our back valve that's on the outside and Googled up how to winterize and probably 4 or 5 different videos to kind of get an average of what to do.
The consensus, yeah.
The consensus. And so it all really depends on what you're willing to risk.
Okay.
Stephanie's ears all of a sudden perked up on this one. What you're willing to risk? No, because you have a backflow valve for your sprinkler system. And half of the videos said, yeah, just hook it up and blow it out. No problem. You're going to, ideally you wouldn't blow through the backflow valve because it has a couple of things there.
Right.
But, if you're careful and blah, blah, blah. And if it breaks, you're only out $100 plus the installation of that thing, which is going to be like $500 because, it's plumbing. Anyway, and so there was that piece that was a variable. And then the other piece that was a variable was how big of an air compressor do I need to blow it out? And I met the pressure issue, no problem whatsoever. The volume was a little bit iffy.
Right.
Because again, the consensus was, somewhere in the middle between, you can use this little itty bitty bladder to, nope, you need this thing you got to pull with a truck.
Right.
It's like, come on, really? So I can report it was successful. I have a air compressor that's probably yay big, right?
Okay.
Yay big. And I wheeled it out there, extension cords, everything else. The only thing I had to go to the hardware store for was some couplings to get me from a quick connect air nozzle thing to a spigot.
Gotcha.
Because everything else everything else was in-house, ready to go. And the funny thing is I failed on one part.
Uh-oh.
The one part I failed on was how much pressure should I use to blow the sprinklers out? Because if you use too much pressure, and even if you're not going through the backflow valve, which I did not, you could send the rainbirds up into the sky.
Yes.
But apparently I used the right amount of pressure because it said somewhere between 60 and 80 psi.
Okay.
And someone else said, oh no, never use more than 60 psi. But I used about 80.
Yeah.
It was fine. I blew it out. Yeah. So I blew out the sprinklers this weekend.
So we'll see what happens in the spring.
That's the other thing.
Uh-huh.
You really don't know how effective you were
You don't.
until spring next year.
I did that one year, the DIY sprinkler
Yeah.
blowout.
And
I had to do some replacements in the spring.
what did you have to replace?
Right, but
Hang on one second.
valve.
Hang on. Oh, the backflow. You're not supposed to go through the backflow valve.
No, but it froze.
20s. Overnight tonight, an additional 1 to 3 inches just in the lake effect snow band that develops will drop down to 24. And then tomorrow the snow will taper off. We'll see a high of 37. We're back into the 40s and melting that snow on Wednesday. I'm Chief Meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
The Morning Show with Ken and Friends on 94.9 WSJM.
7:49. It's the WSJM Morning Show. Good morning. I'm Ken Lundberg. Mike Weibel is here with me. 22 degrees in Dowagiac, 21 in Buchanan, 18 now in Niles.
Man, they're going the wrong direction.
They are going the
Somebody
wrong
needs to
direction.
call them.
24 degrees in Benton Harbor, 27 in St. Joseph. We were talking on the video live stream about blown out sprinklers. I did mine this weekend successfully.
Yeah.
I was very happy
So
about
you
that.
thought.
Well, no, I know it's going to be fine because I didn't go through the backflow valve.
Right.
Do you care to share?
Yeah. Well, so I obviously did not get all the water out of my system. And so the spring, the backflow valve, the pipe coming up to it had frozen. And then I had to replace the pipe, and then it was kind of a mess.
Okay. Well, I did,
But I fixed it myself, so it wasn't
See?
a big deal.
there you go, DIY. But I did cleaning the water out of it, and it says all the ball valves quarter turn.
Oh,
You have to open every valve that's on that thing.
Right.
You have to keep it partially open because some water will get trapped in the little ball valves there. There are sprinkler folks out there right now going, yeah.
Right.
We're going to see you next spring.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway,
Send us a card.
7:50. It's the WSJM morning show. My friend Evan says for sprinkler blowouts, yes, blow through the backflow device. Oh, he says it's okay. Oh, well, okay. The goal is to clear the backflow since more money to repair it. True. And his compressor runs at 110 psi.
Wow,
That's
look
a
there.
big one.
Yeah.
Mine's a small system. I don't want to blow the sprinklers out. Okay, so 110. I'm safe. 80. I'm good.
Good.
All right, good to go. Let's do the Moody on the Market update. It's brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today. They are your local auto owners insurance agency in St. Joseph and in Niles. And Cook Plant Foundation doing some good, supporting the Bridgman Playground project. We talked about this a little bit earlier today, but the Cook Plant Foundation has awarded a $50,000 grant to the Salute the Troops Playground project in Bridgman. We've talked about this before on the WSJM Morning Show. Bridgman CGA Board Chair Sherry Heward tells us the project is seeking to build a new playground on the American Legion property in town. She says the Legion deeded that little parcel of property over to the city, and they're turning that park into something more than what it is today. They say it's run by the Parks Department, but all that's there right now is a tire swing, just a lonely tire swing. This used to be your playground, and now it's not.
No, it's just a tire swing.
And we want to make it much more than just a tire swing and actually have it represent our Legion and represent our troops and all 6 branches of the military service.
Oh, that sounds like it's going to be fun.
Yeah, the playground will feature equipment kids can climb on, play on, swing on. It'll be designed to salute the troops with an Army Jeep, a rocket to represent Space Force, a boat or a ship representing the Navy. And so phase 1 is the big pieces. Phase 2 will be the tiny tots for younger children. And then they'll also have a memorial garden for the veterans and our local veterans and anybody else who wants to memorialize one of their veterans that's in their family. So again, thanks to Cook Plant Foundation for donating to that. They still need more donations to make it a reality. Heward says the overall fundraising goal to begin construction is $250,000. They've raised a little more than $100,000 at this point.
Okay, well, doing well.
Yeah. So if you want to read more about that project and what's going to happen and how to get involved, check out the story. We have it posted right now at moodyonthemarket.com. Your Moody on the Market update brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today, your local auto owners insurance agency in St. Joseph and in Niles. And tomorrow's Veterans Day. So we salute you, veterans. Thank you for protecting our country, serving.
Right.
We appreciate you. Yeah, absolutely. We'll talk about that more and a whole bunch of other things. It's 7:53 WSJM Morning Show.
Rich Brand and Tara Halsey from.
All right, what do you got over there?
One of the ladies in my office is down in New Buffalo area, and she cannot get out of their street because they have so many limbs across the road.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the winds were blowing.
Yeah.
Even after dark, when you would normally think they might calm down a little bit, even gustier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what to me is always the concern. Not so much in the summertime with high winds, but this time of year when everything is really wet.
Yeah.
The ground's wet. The wind is moving
The tree
around.
branches are wet.
Right. And
Yeah.
then you've got all these leaves still in the trees. It's a good time to lose a tree.
Yeah. Yeah. Russell wasn't having any of it yesterday.
No?
Well, he wanted to go outside right when the wind and the snow was picking back up again.
Yeah.
And so we went outside. I got my parka out and we trudged through the snow. But he's like, okay, I'm out here, but I'm not going to do any business whatsoever. let's go back inside. I'll do business there.
I'll do business there.
I'll do
In
business.
the comfort of my own home.
Yep. All right. Let's see. That's a reminder. Keep your pets. Keep a close eye on them if they're outside. Don't leave them out for too long.
No. This morning, Whitty came in and she was already starting to have little snowballs on her fur.
Oh no.
Yeah.
From the freezing.
Yeah, because it's wet snow and they have curly hair, and before you know it, they're just a living walking snowball.
Poor little fella. Winnie and Margot.
Correct.
Margot.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. In case you missed it earlier, the government shutdown is heading toward a conclusion, we hope. The shutdown deal is reached. It's not over yet, but at least they ended debate, or at least agreed to a time where they end debate, and the Senate will vote on a continuing resolution that would fully reopen the government until January 30th.
Okay.
And that deal, if it's approved, which we expect it will be, will have to go back to the House of Representatives. So the U.S. House of Representatives folks, including our area representatives, Tim Walberg and
Huizenga.
Yeah, Bill Huizenga, will have to. Thank you. We'll have to go get on airplanes,
Go to work.
go to work, see if they can find an airplane that's going to stay on time. That'll be tough.
It will be.
Yeah. So, all right, we have to get back on the air here. We'll continue this conversation more. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, we'll be back.
That's about it.
we'll,
That's
be,
about it.
we'll be back in just a moment, right here on the WSJM morning show.
We think you'll crack a smile when the combine rolls. Rank Seed. Results since 1846.
McGee's Heating and Air. Feel at ease with McGee's.
McGee's gets phone calls every day asking when it's a good time to get a furnace tune-up. The answer is now. Ensure your home's warmth with a professional furnace tune-up from McGee's Heating and Air Conditioning. And by joining their exclusive Care Club, you'll receive biannual tune-ups, priority scheduling, and a 30% discount on repairs throughout your membership. It's the perfect way to maintain your system's performance and extend its lifespan. McGee's proudly serves homes along the shoreline from New Buffalo to St. Joseph, ensuring prompt and professional service when you need it most. Don't wait for a breakdown to address your furnace needs. Contact McGee's Heating and Air Conditioning today to schedule your tune-up and learn about the Care Club. Visit McGee'sHeating.com and feel at ease with McGee's.
McGee's Heating and Air. Feel at ease with McGee's.
Feel at ease with McGee's, your local Bryant Factory authorized dealer.
From the Pat Moody Studios, this is WSJM FM Benton Harbor, St. Joseph, a product of Midwest Family Marketing and Media. Proudly serving our community. The Morning Show with Ken and Friends on 94.9 WSJM.
23 degrees in Benton Harbor, 27 in St. Joseph. It's 22 in Dowagiac right now and 21 degrees in Buchanan. But winning the low temperature of the morning award goes to Niles, where they are currently sitting at 18 degrees.
All right, Niles, way to bring it.
It's cold out there. Do be aware. We've got a lot more coming up next hour. Always learning with Barry and Risa. We'll be checking in with our friends from Cornerstone Alliance. A couple other things in the news. When you're a news organization, you don't like to be in the news.
No.
About your own organization. Right. An accusation about a doctored Trump speech, allegations of systemically biased reporting and news decisions, and now some senior leadership at BBC forced to quit and apologize.
Oh, my.
Yeah, the BBC, Britain's storied BBC news organization, plunged into crisis earlier this month after a leaked internal memo revealed that a documentary aired by its flagship current affairs programs misled viewers. The BBC Panorama documentary edited together two parts of a Trump speech he made prior to the Capitol attack on January 6, 2021. The BBC's Director General, Tim Davie, and Deborah Turness, Chief Executive of BBC News, resigned after the Daily Telegraph newspaper happily reported the published details of the leaked memo. The memo was written by a former journalist who was an independent external advisor to the broadcaster's Editorial Standards Committee. How deep do the problems at BBC go? It sounds like it goes quite deep. The leaked memo concluded that the BBC Panorama documentary, Trump: A Second Chance, Chance, which was first broadcast in Britain in October of last year, misleadingly juxtaposed comments by Trump in a way that made it appear as if he explicitly encouraged the attack on the Capitol. So, I mean, they have accusations. I mean, that was just one, but they have accusations of bias on other issues, Israel most notably, and bias about the war in Gaza there. So anyway, BBC, now senior leadership having to resign, apologize, more to come on that as well. All right, we've got the latest world and national news from ABC. Not to be confused with BBC.
No.
But we'll keep them honest too. We've got our local news coming up next from the WSJM newsroom. It's 8 o'clock.
From ABC News, I'm Sherry.